Into the motherland, the German army march. Comrades stand side by side to stop the Nazi charge. Panzers and Russians all thunder in the east. 1 million men at war, the Soviet wrath unleashed. Hello everybody and welcome back to Call of Duty World at War. So now we're moving on to Relentless, which is the final mission that takes place in Peleliu Island. And we're also moving on to Blood and Iron, which is the tank section of the game. Now, I'm pretty sure this still takes place in Silo Heights, but I much prefer it if it took place in the Battle of Kursk. For those who don't know, the Battle of Kursk was the largest tank offensive in military history. In fact, it was the longest battle in military history. Essentially, the Germans and the Russians, they gambled everything on Kursk. They threw everything they had at each other. And it was like non-stop fighting for an entire month. That is a long time to be dodging artillery fire. Every single second there was a shot fired. Every single minute there was an artillery barrage. With that being said, let's hop into Relentless.
Getting this far has been tougher than any of us could ever have imagined. Taking the airfield and the mortar pits showed us that the enemy will fight to the death for every last inch of this land. They're making their last stand in the jungles and caves that surround the heavy guns at the point. We take them, and we take Peleliu.
The 200mm on the point still has White Beach targeted. We all saw firsthand what that means when we hit shore. Any attempt to bring in reinforcements just leads to the same outcome.
Fucking bloodbath.
Yeah, well, Major Gordon suspended any further landings until the guns are knocked out. Now listen, Tojo's got a network of tunnels and caves running through the whole damn rock. We're trying to flush them out with the dogs, but we all know how stubborn these bastards are. Be prepared for close quarter fighting. They'll come at us from all sides. Watch each other's backs. Don't get caught out. Incoming! Find some cover!
Yeah, I saw that coming a mile away. By the way, where's the Browning machine guns on the... Oh, there's the Browning. I was gonna say, where's the Browning machine guns on top of these Shermans? Usually they're fixed with a Browning machine gun. So, the M1919 Browning machine gun. LMG of the US military. Now, interesting enough, this gun was, I want to say it was developed around the time of World War I. But I don't believe it saw combat during World War I. However, it did see a lot of combat in, of course, World War II, the Vietnam War, and the Korean War. In fact, I'm pretty sure a lot of military still use this gun to this very day. Though I want to say this one's like a smaller caliber. I want to say like 30-06. The ones that fixed on top of Sherman's was, of course, 50 cal. And if this was 50 cal... by the third round, you'd already be up in the sky. And trying to hip fire this thing would be impossible. In fact, hip firing this thing now is probably impossible. He phased right through the rock. You have to be like one insanely strong Marine in order to fire this thing from the hip. Oh, he's hanging from a tree. Glad to see this booby traps. And they're just yeeting grenades at me for no reason. Because this game has a freakish hard-on for grenades. What's my secondary? Oh, God. Oh. Winchester, model 1897. Nice. I'm just going to use this instead. Yeah, Bonsai charged the guy with a shotgun. That's a smart idea. I also noticed that some of these Japanese guys are wearing the Japanese headband. which I'm pretty sure a lot of kamikaze pilots were. I want to say it was like worn mainly by the Japanese penal battalions, but I could be wrong on that. And for those who don't know what a penal battalion is, essentially Germany, the Soviets, and the Japanese made use of penal battalions, but what they were essentially convicted criminals who were offered for their freedom if they fought for the military. Which can be a very stupid idea in hindsight, but most of these like militaries were extremely desperate at this time. Oh, sorry about that, Penny. By the way, I could be wrong on this one too, but the way Japanese propaganda works, especially like, I want to say it was the Battle of Peleliu that this atrocity happened. But they always like portrayed American Marines as like convicted insane asylum patients. So instead of like being captured by the Americans, that's pretty common for Japanese soldiers to kill themselves. Mainly because of the Japanese propaganda, but the thing I'm trying to think of is that mass suicide of civilians. Because the propaganda was taught to civilians as well, and there was like an event where a bunch of civilians ended up jumping off off the side of a cliff instead of being occupied by the Americans. It was like one of those very disturbing moments in World War II. But it just goes to show how much Japanese propaganda affected everybody, especially like, yeah, the Japanese people. Though the Germans also did a lot of propaganda as well. Same with the Soviets. Now I know America engaged in a little bit of propaganda. How their propaganda was like cartoons and shit. Disney cartoons. Like that one with Donald Duck and the Führer's Face song. And I do gotta mention something here as well, because I almost forgot about it. I know in the last episode the audio, well, the game audio was a little bit off, but that was just like OBS being a fuck up. Though hopefully I fixed it for this episode. Honestly, that new OBS update is kind of trash. Clear out anti-tank position. Nice.
Move along the gully. Watch the trees. Keep it tight.
Ain't gotta tell me that twice. We've already seen like a bunch of them in the missions prior, hiding in the trees. Another Japanese entrenchment. You can have that back. And I blew him up. That guy using a Type 99. Blow his brains out. Grenade. I was nowhere near that grenade. Fine, whatever. Missions are short anyway. I wish they were longer. In fact, I want a flamethrower. I want to commit war crimes here.
Watch the fire. Stay behind the tank.
What tank? There's no tank. Oh, there's the tank. Actually, what's this tank's name? Or it doesn't have a name. Flame tank. Oh, this is a flamethrower tank? I want to see it. Go. Yes, it is a flamethrower tank. And I accidentally threw smoke. So yeah, this is essentially the replacement of flamethrower units. Though I do know flamethrower units were pretty common in Vietnam as well. Though the benefits of a flamethrower tank definitely outweigh the benefits of a unit of flamethrowers. Because hey, it's armored. There's another bonsai charge. Let me blow his head off. Like, it's an armored vehicle that shoots flames. You could just wipe out like scores of infantry instead of a single guy with a flamethrower that they could just pick off right from a distance. However, the downside is it doesn't have anti-tank capabilities. Unless it's like something like the crocodile. Smoke grenade. Let me go and toss a couple grenades in there. God, I love this shotgun. It's so good. Kill them all. That was a bit excessive, even by my standards, Rooker. I thought you guys cleared the left. Or is that the left down there? Oh, whatever. I accidentally threw another smoke. Good day, sirs. Let me run by you real quick. Sorry, that was my grenade. Oh! Statsny, you saved me. I almost ran into that grenade. Thank you, Statsny. I'm over on the other side. Checkpoint reached, so if I die here, we'll just spawn right back. I'm pretty sure it was like the Germans who wanted to make the trench gun a war crime. Honestly, that was the stupidest thing I've ever heard in history. The Germans bitching about shotguns. They've been trying to make shotguns a war crime since World War I. Which is funny, considering it's the Germans.
Call it in.
How many Marines did we lose taking this rock?
A lot.
Relay the message to Major Gordon.
A fucking lot.
Been knocked out. Yes, sir.
I don't know the exact number of losses in Peleliu Island.
We have lost many brave men.
Speaking of losses.
Is not in vain. Our tanks now form a line of steel so powerful that all German resistance will be crushed beneath its mighty treads. Today, we will watch as Syria falls, along with all those foolish enough to stand in our way.
Ooh, that's a Panzerfaust. Though I don't think there's a Panzerfaust in this game. I wish there was.
Brave comrades of the 3rd Shock Army, today we lay waste to the German line, push forward to the train station.
A commissar. Oh, we're driving around in a T-34. Awesome.
Closer look at those rats on the horizon. They will be the first to burn this day.
Ah, somebody just shot up. Speaking of, oh, those are Panzer Shreks. Let me burn you guys.
Get moving! Another
I love T-34s. Where? What tank? That? Actually, what kind of German tank is that? Those don't look like Tigers. I want to say those are Panzer IVs. And we got a trench right there. Let me burn them out. Now, our tank is not invincible. He'll eventually get destroyed. Yeah, those are Panzer IVs. Where's this tank at? Where am I being shot from? Over there, there's a tank. By the way, he's just slanging shells. Wait a minute. Oh, that's a T-34. I thought that was an IS-2 for a sec. I'd like to know where they're shooting me from. There's like a random... Oh, back there. There's a guy. Now that's a war crime. I love it. Straight ahead. Oh, a Panzer IV. He's dead. At least it's something that's not Tiger 2s. I'm kind of sick of killing Tiger 2s at this point. I'll settle on Panzer IVs. Oh, that's an anti-tank gun. Panzer IV. Oh, Soviet commissars. I don't think that's a Panzer IV. That looks like a Panther. Or a Tiger 2. One of the two. Yeah, definitely took like 3 hits to kill. Now, the thing about Soviet commissars is the Soviets used them to inspire zeal among their troops. The thing is, when it comes to commissars, they look for any sign of weakness amongst the ranks. It's pretty common for like Soviet troops to get shot for showing cowardice in front of the enemies by commissars. They have their uses, but they also have their disadvantages. Ah, thank you, Commissar. Hang on, I want to go look at that tank. Yeah, that's a Panther. And that would have killed it. And that is another Panther. So, yeah, the Panther's a medium tank. They're like the shining example on how to build a tank. I mean, yeah, they're sexy looking, but the negatives outweigh the sexiness of the Panther. Unless it's a Tiger 2. That's a Tiger 2, definitely. I mean, I'm not saying like the Tiger 2 definitely doesn't have its disadvantages. And I'm in a very bad spot. I need to find some cover. Let me war crime this guy real quick. Actually, let me war crime all of these guys. Point blanking them with a fucking... Oh, you poor bastards. Glory to the Soviet Union, comrades. Forward. Let's finish these dogs. I will admit though, this is probably the hardest mission to beat on the hardest difficulty. Cause you just get absolutely fucked by everything. You guys just got smashed by a radio tower and ate that like it was nothing. Get out of here. I'll blow up that entire bunker. Yeah, I'm fucking off. Oh, where was that? Oh, right there. Yeah, Reznov is just slanging these shells. I'm in a bad spot. My rear's exposed. Let me drive forward real quick. We need to hurry up and repair. Avoid that. Yeah, please, Reznov, fix the tank. Please fix the tank. Oh. Oh, our comrade's dead. I'll avenge you, comrade. Kill the fascisti. Fascist rust in hell. Oh, so I think I should mention. You may have noticed that this T-34, and I just noticed it too, actually. It has like these weird side fencing things on the turret. That was essentially designed to stop Panzerfaust. Although it really didn't work. It was just essentially the Soviet Union telling their soldiers that, hey, this thing will prevent Panzerfaust from breaking the armor. It really didn't do nothing. It was just giving troops more motivation. Make them feel safe in their tanks. It really didn't do anything. I'm driving around in my T-34. I love it. Though I wish it was a KV-1 because I love the KV-1 more. Destroy those towers. Also, you'll get an achievement if you actually destroy all the towers in this game. Well, in this mission. Surprised we haven't run into a Tiger 1. Or is that a Tiger 1 right there? That's actually a Tiger 1. Is that why it's taking so many hits to kill? I'm surprised by that. They actually have a Tiger 1. So yeah, the Tiger 1, it's a legendary battle tank, although most of the myths about the Tiger 1 isn't true. It does have its problems. However, it's actually still a pretty decent tank when you think about it. Of course, it's got an 88mm gun, which means it could outrange anything the Allies' arsenal. I'm pretty sure, like, the 88 gun of the Tiger could range from like 1,500 meters, where something like the Sherman Firefly could only range something at 1,400 meters. That's a 100-meter difference between the two. Turn right? Where? There's a tank on the right. I need to take out that. Dude just eat it. Oh, it's sitting right there. Not moving at all. Wow. Hit the rear armor. It should have been destroyed from that first hit alone. Thing about tanks is the rear armor is always a weak spot. Doesn't matter what tank it is. Because that's where the engine is, and if you hit the engine, the tank won't move. And also the electronics and components, so... You'll completely immobilize a tank if you hit it in the rear. I think we're almost to the end. Oh, warning signs. Achtung, Minen. Mines ahead.
Destroyed!
What the fuck? Who killed all them?
Fortune smiles on us. In Berlin, the Germans will truly see what they have unleashed. In the midst of all the blood, the bullets, and the dead, I found that an old friend was still very much alive. Dmitri Petrenko. I saw this man cheat death, time after time at the siege of Stalingrad. As long as he lives, the heart of this army cannot be broken. He makes us all proud.
His fucking hat still fucks with me. Alright, everybody, so that's the end of that. Thing like the next missions we have. Ring of Steel. This one, I'm going to have a lot to say about it. And it also has one of my favorite guns of all time on it. And of course, Eviction, which is another Soviet campaign. So yeah, the next episode is just going to be like straight up Soviets. And I think like after that, yeah, just straight up American. Breakpoint, I'm pretty sure is American. And Heart of the Reich is of course Russian, and Downfall is Russian. But until then, if you guys enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. And as always, have a good day.